Welcome to
Theories
of the third kind.
Welcome. First off, I want to say thank you to whoever you are listening or watching for opening your minds to receive extra knowledge nuggets each week. It means a lot to all of us, and we want you to know that. Also, before we start, since you are a premium subscriber, remember that you get priority in topic suggestions.
So feel free to shoot those suggestions on over to us by email, or you can write us a handwritten letter to our P.O. box. And to get our P.O. box address, just go to theoriesofthethirdkind.com, click on the contact button, scroll a little bit down, and there will be a P.O. box address where you can go to that location and sit in your vehicle until Dan comes to collect the mail. Then you can kidnap him, hold him for ransom, and maybe I'll show up. Maybe I won't. It just depends.
Next time I go get mail, I'm going to invite you and be like, hey, you want to go somewhere? And I'm going to just drop you off at the fucking post office.
Please kidnap me. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I will go out swinging. Unless you're an alien, then you're getting fucked.
Intergalactic child support.
Yeah. All right. Well, today's episode is a AMA, Ask Me Anything, and would it even be called food? Just tasting? A food tasting? Snack tasting? We've got all these delectable treats that we've numbered 0 to 9. Dan's looking up something.
Oh, I was signing in for our AMA.
Oh, I thought you were looking up what it would be called. We have all these delectable treats that we're going to try. So we'll ask, well, not us, but we'll read off an AMA question. We'll answer it, and then we'll roll the dice, and whatever it lands on, we'll take that number and select that snack, because all these snacks are numbered, and we will try the snack and let you know how it is on a scale from 1 to fabulous. Maybe not fabulous. That seems a little fruity. Sorry.
You did that
Nothing wrong with that.
You did that very well.
But yeah, I'll tell you what the snacks are. So we will not go by, well, yeah, we will. Number 1 is the Bella Sardines and extra virgin olive oil with smoke flavor. Yummy. Number 0, which I forgot is the first one, is the skinless and boneless wild mackerel in olive oil. Every catch is mercury tested, Dan. So we don't got to worry about that.
Oh, that's good.
Number 2 is Napoleon's large smoked oysters. Oh, God, I can't.
I am not a fan of oysters.
Number 3, back to back. This is Sprouts hand-packed smoked oysters in olive oil.
So, for all y'all know, I cannot eat oysters or clams. I do not like the
But he's
texture.
eating them today. Number 4 is 11-year aged Wisconsin cheddar cheese. Got to go with something from Wisconsin when you're going with cheese.
I mean, that's true.
Number 5 is Face Rock Creamery Vampire Slayer garlic cheddar cheese.
So I'm guessing that's a shit ton of garlic in there.
Oh, yeah. Number 6 is cranberry cinnamon goat cheese that expired the day after Christmas. So we're still going to eat it.
I mean, wouldn't that just make it more flavorful, I guess, for friggin' cheese?
I don't know. Number 7 is kind of normal. It's just a 0 sugar, grass-fed, spicy beef stick. Supposed to be really spicy.
I've had those.
Like very spicy, but I guess we'll see. Number 8 is sea moss gel, sweet citrus. It's a superfood. I tried sea moss the other day, and I gagged. Number 9 is organic Italian soda, blood orange flavored, and as you can tell,
Like little.
it looks like it has backwash at the bottom of it.
Oh, those are so it's authentic blood orange.
Can't wait.
What is that called?
Cannot.
Pulp. It has pulp.
Yeah, I cannot wait. We're just going to put all of that right in the middle. I also got us some crackers from when we do these other ones, so we can have crackers with it. But yeah.
Yeah. So
all the delectable treats, and we have the little dice to roll it and try it. So our well, it wouldn't be called punishment. Our sacrifices for your entertainment.
some of that is definitely a sacrifice.
Yeah, but we'll let you know. We'll rate it.
Oh yeah, you'll see it.
But yeah, that's how today's episode's going to go. AMA question, taste of a weird food, or maybe not weird to some, but we're going to taste it and then rate it. And then AMA question, and then taste food. AMA question, taste food. And then we'll have the occasional, conspiracy talk in between, like the supposedly terrorist attack. Well, not supposedly, the terrorist attacks that happened, the individual driving his vehicle through the crowd of people, and then the other one blowing up the Cybertruck. Yeah. And then those planes that crashed. That wasn't a terrorist attack. Or maybe it was. We don't know.
Don't know. Can't speculate yet, but I'm just glad. Well, can't say that.
I mean, we can speculate.
Maybe we can speculate, but I'm just glad those videos popped up after I flew.
You're safer flying than you are driving. So, statistically speaking.
I mean,
but since you're Asian, maybe not. Just kidding.
Well, I mean that would actually work out. Asian drivers, you say. But then again, though, I was the one hit by a semi-truck. Sideswiped, we'll say. Made the U-Haul jump up in the air, though.
Nice.
Go to flu.
All right, well, let's start off with the AMA questions that everyone has submitted. What's our first question, Dan?
All right, so the first real question we have up is, do you guys plan on doing an episode over Martin Luther King Jr. assassination?
Yes, we have it on our list. We are aware of the weird things that are involved with his assassination, like the FBI secretly writing him anonymous letters telling him to kill himself and stuff like that.
I did hear about that.
Yeah.
So, yep, he is on the list.
Would it be distasteful if we did that during
Martin Luther King Jr.
week? Or would it bring more attention? Actually, comment down below and let us know. I don't really know about that situation, if it would be
during
distasteful.
February.
Yeah, during February. Black History Month.
I mean, it'll bring awareness.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was the first question. Which,
should we double up on the question since we have...
That one right there wasn't much of a personal question, but it is Ask Me Anything, so
yeah.
Take it.
Let's take another question.
All right. Ask Theories Anything. Hey, guys, love your show. All right, so just to say, though, that last question about the Martin Luther King Jr. assassination was from Isaac Yokovich.
Thank you, Isaac.
Now, this next question is asked by Thomas Wido. Or is that Waldo? Waldo. Waldo.
Okay.
So, hey guys, love your show. I've listened to every episode at least twice, both premium and regular, and I've been a subscriber since the Clinton body count. My question for you guys is, what methods do you think were used to construct the Great Pyramids? Was it giants, anti-gravity devices, telekinesis? I know this is a deep question with infinite possibilities, but one of my personal favorites. Keep up all the good work, and I love you and I'm proud of you.
Slave labor.
Well, technically they weren't slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
But slave labor.
I don't know. I know we talked about this. We did an episode over the pyramids. I'd have to go back and look.
It was a very early episode.
Yeah. There were the theories that dinosaurs were used.
Dinosaurs were used. I remember I was reading up on something, actually, I think last week. They said that if they were like digging underneath the pyramids, and there are actually canals underneath the pyramids to where water was flowing.
Mm-hmm.
So they believe, well, some speculate that they were actually dropping these like big, large blocks into these canals, and the water would help carry them to where the location that they're going. Then they find a way to lift it up and then place it.
How the fuck would they lift it up, though? I don't know.
Telekinesis, then.
There was that one episode we did over that guy who built the Coral Castle.
Oh, yeah. He did it's pretty much like leverage.
But then there was rumors that he was using like sound frequencies and shit to make the stones levitate. It's weird.
I think someone traveled back in time, being reincarnated. Not traveled back in time. Reincarnated back then and built a crane, and then they destroyed it afterwards.
Crane like a bird? No, I'm sure. That's a big ass bird.
That's a big ass bird. It's moving blocks for us.
Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to revisit that episode and see what I said back then. But if you were to hold a gun to my head and ask me now, would just say it took a lot of time and a lot of hard work and leverage.
Leverage, a lot of hard work.
Maybe vibrations, frequencies, stinkiness, perhaps. You know what had to stink back then, man. In the desert, sweating, no deodorant. Everybody didn't shave, so it was just like fucking stanking.
Well, then again, some say that you don't need deodorant. Deodorant is what makes you stink.
Yeah, that is true. That was one of my Theories Thursdays topics.
There are people out there that don't wear deodorant.
Yeah, I know a few people who don't wear it. Boy, I tell you what, when they start sweating, they smell fucking bad.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a nukes.
Yeah.
I wear deodorant because I know I need it.
I wear deodorant too. If I go for like a day without wearing deodorant,
you can tell.
I start having that manly fucking pheromones. Sometimes, I mean, let me think. What's the longest I've gone without taking a shower and using deodorant?
2 days for me. Because I would at least
probably like 3 days for me without taking a shower, but I shower like every day now. But that was probably years ago. And it was it was almost 4 days. And it was when I was working in Nuke still and I was a contractor and we went to DC Cook and it was that time whenever the hotel had their water shut off that we were staying at. And they were giving us just water bottles and we didn't shower for like almost 4 days.
Weren't they originally taking the water from the pool?
They eventually did that. First is what they did is they handed us a bottle of waters and said, water's turned off. It'll be on in a little bit. And we're like, okay. Next day, the same excuse. The following day, same excuse. And then on the fourth day, they were like, hey, the water's turned on. Don't use a lot of it. And you can use it to brush your teeth. Just don't shower with it. Or just don't take a bath with it. I was like, okay. What they were doing is they were taking a pipe and running a pipe from the wall to the main. So, well, not from the wall, but from the pool. And they were siphoning water from the pool into the main line of the water line of the hotel and putting pool water into the fucking water line. Disgusting.
Ooh.
Yeah, I called the health center after that and they were like, yeah, their water's been cut off because they haven't paid it. But now we're going to send the fire department out there to shut them down. You should probably seek out another hotel. And we did.
That's good. I mean, I think pool water is supposed to be chlorinated, so it's supposed to be kind of clean.
Do you really want to brush your teeth with pool water? I was using Sprite. That was years ago, though. That was like 2011 or 12.
I mean, I had to think about it, and I almost forgot. I think I went a week without showering, but we had like washcloths and buckets of water.
Mm-hmm.
And then
is that during a storm or something?
During Hurricane Irma? It was one of those ones, real big ones. I can't remember exactly. I was still in middle school or starting high school. We got hit with that storm. It's the one that me and my dad had to walk through to get back home.
Hmm.
And it pretty much cut the power out, destroyed power lines everywhere, and power was out for at least 2 weeks, I think.
Damn.
And we end up having a generator hooked up, but you can only hook it up to so many things.
Mm-hmm.
But we end up having to uncover our well and pull buckets of water up from the well and use that. Which, I mean,
yeah, natural
water. Hit a spring down below in the well, use that.
Yeah.
But other than that, we had like wet wipes and such. So
nice.
Deodorant, though, we still use deodorant. Just no shower. We just had to use washcloths and wet wipes to.
Yeah. I think I went maybe 3 days without deodorant. One time. I use it every day now, though. But some deodorant causes chemical burns on my armpits.
Oh, God. That one that I was using that you thought smelled really good, that caused chemical burn on me.
Sounded a little... Listen, I'm not over here sniffing his armpits or sleeping next to him. It's just...
No, he sat across, but he could still smell it because I think I had the fan on.
Yeah. Is that the one I ordered like a buttload of them? You ordered it on Amazon, right? Maybe not.
Maybe.
Never mind.
Oh. Did it start with a C?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh.
I'm 14 days sober now. 14.
I'm sober from my last episode.
Nice.
From the reincarnation.
7 days. Nice. All right. Well.
When did you start using deodorant?
I don't know, like middle school?
Mine was like high school.
Oh, yeah. I used middle school.
My pits didn't really smell until I got to high school.
Mine didn't either. It was just like social pressure, I guess. After athletics in like 7th grade, we'd be sweating the fuck off. And then we'd take a shower in the athletic room. And then all the other dudes were putting on deodorant. And I'm like, Mom, I need deodorant. She's like, okay. And then got me like a 50-cent stick of like Speed Stick or something like that.
Speed Stick. The gel kind, I bet.
Yep.
All right.
So now we roll for food.
Roll for food.
All right, here we go. Figure out what food we are going to taste. 4, 11-year aged Wisconsin cheddar cheese.
Oh, it doesn't smell. They're probably going to smell.
I should have brought a knife. Oh, God. I'm so strong. We are not using scissors.
Oh, I was going to say, cut the pack open.
Why is it wet?
Because it wasn't cold and then...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take a... This shouldn't be that bad. Out of all these, I figure this is like the least worse.
All right.
I'm going to take one cracker with it. This is going to be like ASMR. A mukbang.
Mukbang.
All you freaks out there that want to see us eat food.
Still remember the one time you did a mukbang.
I did a mukbang like a long time ago before they were even popular. I was eating noodles on Twitch. I was just sitting there eating noodles. I made a fuck ton of noodles too. All right. Wisconsin cheddar cheese. 11 years old.
Smells like cheddar, but then again, it stinks.
It's not bad, but it's actually pretty good. But ooh, it's sharp at the end. By the way, none of these companies have paid us to do any. This is not a sponsorship at all. We haven't had an ad or sponsorship in a couple weeks. So this 724 Wisconsin Select, the GMO-free, gluten-free, 2nd generation Wisconsin licensed cheese grater. It is robust. It is sharp.
Sharper is the what? More tangy, soury? Isn't it?
I like it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
With crackers, it's pretty good.
All right.
So that's by itself? No.
That's our first one. I give it on a scale of 0 to, let's see, 100. I'll give it 67.
Out of 100?
Actually, 57. Gets a score of a 57 on the cheese scale.
I'm not a fan of sharp cheddar, so it's going to get a lower score.
Okay.
I give it a 40 because, I mean, texture was good. It did fall apart a little bit.
Yeah, it's what it's known for. Robust, intense, crumbly. It would be good if mixed with like another cheese and like melted down, maybe.
Yeah.
To cut that sharpness. Maybe with like a Swiss or something. I don't know. I'm not a cheese expert. If you are a loved one or a cheese expert, comment down below. We'll send you this Wisconsin Select.
I guarantee you they'll be from Wisconsin.
Yeah. All right. Let's take the next AMA question, Daniel.
All right. This next question is from Kendall Williams. This is for both Dan and Aaron. Are there any conspiracy theories you first learned about while researching for an episode that you now personally believe in? If so, what convinced you?
Oh boy. I wasn't fully aware of the child trafficking or like the extent of the pedophile rings that are out there with the elite until we started researching like John Podesta emails, Epstein, the Michigan murders that we haven't even covered, North Fox Island stuff that we haven't even covered.
What was that one that they loaded kids up on a train from New York?
On a train, it was a Dodge van, and you're talking about the Finders.
I thought there was one that they had kids up on a train, and like every time they stopped, they would unload kids.
I have no idea what that one is. The Finders is where they loaded kids up in like a Dodge van, like a blue Dodge van. These two guys in suits, and they drove to like a park, and the kids all got out and were playing at the park, and the police were called, and they ended up investigating it and found like a full-on pedophile ring, like a satanic pedophile ring too. But that's one of the conspiracies that I truly believe in now, that there are some sick freaks out there that do that. Also, another thing I believe in is these musicians and these artists having people in that same culture, in that same genre, who do magic with a K and perform these rituals, and these artists follow them and perform the rituals as well. Marina Abramovich, who's that? Oh God, Chrome Hearts creator.
Oh God, I don't
Long
know her
black
name.
hair.
Her fingernails are like black.
No, that's her husband I'm talking about. But her husband is a creator of Chrome Hearts.
Mhm.
And she was the witch I was talking about with the black fingers. I forget her name, but we're going to do an episode over her soon.
Yeah, we saw the Chrome Heart store in Vegas, and of course, they only allowed like one or two people in at a time.
Like a one person in at a time. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Like, you're not that good.
Yeah.
I guess I would have to go with the child trafficking as well, because I learned that, and then I recently read up on the amount of kids that they actually tried to get out of Vietnam, and the first plane that they had loaded with kids and nurses and stuff that were actually taking care of the kids actually crashed, and they all died.
Why didn't you cover this for a Theories Thursday? Holy shit.
I just read up on it like recently.
Damn. That's
I
crazy.
I did not know they did that during Vietnam.
I didn't know that either. Poor kids. That could have been you.
Could have been me. Well,
I mean,
so I didn't come till years later. After
yeah, your dad didn't come until years later, so.
touche.
Oh God.
Yeah, that one, and as surprising as it may be, UFOs. Even though I thought I saw one when I was younger, I didn't really believe in extraterrestrial stuff. And then the more, it was like pretty much at the beginning of the podcast when we started covering stuff like that, I was more of the logical. I needed proof to see like proof of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more we covered things, the more I'm just like, well, shit, I can't really deny it.
Yeah.
But I mean, nowadays there's so much proof out there.
Yeah. They could say a fucking spaceship landed in the middle of downtown Austin and nobody would blink an eye. Everybody'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And then go on throughout their day. So
Yeah.
I think it's becoming oversaturated in the news. And maybe they're doing that on purpose.
Preparing us.
Yeah. So what's the next AMA question?
All right. So this next question is from Devin Knowles. Have you guys noticed how when you research something or even talk about something in the presence of your electronics, you start being fed ads for similar things? I've even noticed lately that I get ads for things that I had only thought about and had not input into any search engine or communicated about.
We
Like
talk about this. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, like the algorithms are correctly predicting my patterns of interest based on what they already know. Pretty scary. I think this would make a good episode, but also curious if you guys notice this as well.
Talk about this shit all the time.
Talk about it all the time.
I'll be sitting there thinking about something and I'll get an ad for it. And it's not just happened once, it's happened multiple times. Or we'll talk about something. We won't even Google it. We won't even look it up on our phone or text about it. We'll just talk about it and we'll get ads for it. It's crazy.
Yep.
There's definitely some new aged technology monitoring thing that these companies are employing into our devices to make us spend more money.
The most recent one was a driving wheel for PS5.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it, and I mentioned it to y'all once before, and then all of a sudden I started getting ads for them, and then of course start popping up on TikTok and all that.
And then what do you know? You go and buy one.
I went and bought.
It worked.
It worked.
Doesn't work on me though, because all I get are like, "Oh, is your penis too big? Here are penis reduction pills," and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, his TikToks is full of penises.
No, it's not.
How else would you get those ads?
All right, let's go back to rolling. Let's go. Thank you for the AMA question. We're going to go roll now for our next food choice. Here we go. That is a 9.
Oh, that's the drink.
That's the drink, the organic soda, the blood orange. You got something I can pour it in for you? Pour you a drink. We got like the easiest stuff up first. If the beef stick is next, it's rigged. That almost was a catastrophe. That almost overflowed.
You are not alone.
It's just squirting. It's coming out.
Is that a good sign?
Easy. Bubbly. Here you go. Drink up.
I haven't had soda in how many days now?
Italian blood orange.
Smells good. We gotta roll around.
You know?
Bigfoot got squished.
I feel like a sommelier or whatever the fuck they're called. People who
Wine test.
The wine testers, the sommeliers. I could drink this on the reg.
The flavor is not overwhelming, but it's there. That right there.
This is fucking good.
That right there would be like, you have the original soda, where like American soda, then you have fucking LaCroix, and then in the middle is that, and flavor wise.
Dude, this is really fucking good.
It's really good. It's Italian soda. How much sugar is in it?
Per container is 158% of your daily value. It's got total sugars 87 grams. Added sugars 79 grams.
Damn.
But it's really good. I mean, I'd give this on a scale of 1 to 100. I'd give this like a 91.
That'd be in the 90s.
91. This is very good.
That's actually really good.
Sprouts Farmers Market organic Italian soda, blood orange flavored from juice concentrate.
Pretty good. I like it. Almost go down our own pipe.
Almost went out my fucking nose. All right. Well, 2 hits. Look at all the nasty shit coming up. All right. Let's go to the next AMA question.
Oh. All right. So this is a 2-question one from Hope Stahl. Have you ever thought of looking for an artist to help with your thumbnail or video graphics? The thumbnails have improved a ton over the years, but I also think a trained artist could push it even more.
Not really. I mean, I don't really feel the need, or I don't feel like we have the need to do that. We have so much more areas that we would need help in rather than a graphic. I feel
every once in a while, maybe for our album art, but we don't change those much at all.
Yeah, I've got a 3rd gen album art coming up.
See, but for our episodes, sometimes we don't have a topic until, later that week, and then we research it and everything, and then by the time we have it all ready, we make the graphic right then and there.
Yeah, it takes me about, I don't know, like 10 minutes to pump out the graphic. So doesn't take long. But yeah, we would need, I think, probably editors would help out tremendously.
The only thing though is,
how do we get the files to them? Because they're so large.
Yeah, because pretty much for the files that we would need edited for all of it together would be close to 160 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So pretty much having to upload those, and then the other person having to do that would take quite a while. Even if we did a render of the video file, could drop it down to maybe 50 gigabytes, but that's just for one.
Yeah.
So it'd still be pretty high up there.
Yeah. Even with no help, we're doing the best we can. I think we're doing good. I
think so.
Just Dan and I. All right. What's the next question?
The next question is there a way to post comments on the episode on Apple Podcasts, or is it just a Supercast site from a browser?
Just Supercast site from a browser.
Just for the premium episode, it would be Supercast right now. But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Maybe later on down the road, I don't know. That's something Supercast will have to work on.
Yeah.
But
all right,
let's
what's
see.
the next question?
This is from Cole R. Have you heard about the Hurricane Helene conspiracy involving a lithium mine in North Carolina?
No.
I have heard some about that. The hurricane that hit the East Coast, some believe that the hurricane was like man-made, supposedly, but they were like focusing on the lithium mine in North Carolina.
Were they trying to destroy it?
I guess mine it. Like actually get the lithium from it. Something like that. I don't know.
What does the hurricane have to do with it, though?
Cover it up from the destruction and all that while everything's being destroyed. They go in instead of actually helping people.
They mine the lithium?
Yeah.
That's an odd tactic. Let's employ a hurricane instead of getting the needed licenses.
Yeah, let's look it up. Make sure. Because there was the issue of the ground response and actually bringing in supplies to North Carolina, where it was delayed multiple times and stuff like that. So people believe or speculate that, that's what was happening. The government is seizing land in a North Carolina town to allow lithium mining. Social media users spreading the claim reference the North Carolina city of Kings Mountain, where a lithium mine is projected to reopen. Others reference specific companies like Piedmont Lithium, which aims to build a lithium mine in Gaston County, North Carolina. So pretty much there's things going on, and then the hurricane hits, destroying a bunch of shit. I guess opening up land.
Okay. I wouldn't doubt it. There's a lot of crummy companies out there, especially with when money comes involved with things. I mean, companies don't give a fuck.
I mean, and then lithium with the fact that electric cars are becoming more popular.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they would need more lithium.
Yeah.
I could see it, but we would have to look into that more to give a better response, but
yeah. We'll add it to our topic list.
Yep.
All right, so that's 2 questions, right?
Yes.
Now we roll. 9, we've already got. 9, we've already got.
All right.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Sea moss gel.
Oh.
Yay. This is going to taste great. I cannot wait.
Can we put that on a cracker?
Akasha Superfoods. No, you just eat it normally because it's sweet citrus. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit out on my plate and I'm going to oh my God, look at it. Look at that. White substance.
Oh,
Ooh, that looks delicious. It looks like semen. Not going to lie. There you go.
Oh, why is it? Oh, that's bubbles. I was like, why is it chunky? Oh, God.
I don't know if y'all can see that. But there,
oh, you
there it is running.
Oh, yeah.
Sea moss. Sweet citrusy. You can't even it's just dripping off the fork. It's like I just jizzed right here on this plate. Okay, you ready? I'm going in for seconds. It tastes like something. What does it taste like?
Citrusy vitamins?
No. Tastes like it's not bad.
Starburst.
It's kind of, but it tastes like it tastes like a candy or something.
It tastes like one of the Starburst to me.
Yeah, like a chocolatey type candy.
Oh, I was about to say, actually kind of tastes like one of the Now or Laters.
Yeah.
Maybe the green?
This isn't that bad.
This one,
it's actually pretty good.
I don't really like the aftertaste too much.
Sea moss.
Sunflower stuff. Organic vanilla extract and citrus, lime peel extract, citric acid, glycerin refined from coconut, and purified water.
Okay, well. I give it a 1 out of 100. I give it a
60.
I give it a 46. Because it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great. All right.
Is that like a one a day thing, or is that a?
I don't know. Let's see. Akasha superfoods.
You go ahead and finish it off.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
Take one packet daily or mix into water.
Okay, so you can dilute it, make it into a drink, or just slurp it up.
Organic sea moss, yummy.
I mean, I did hear that was like very popular. That people were eating sea moss stuff.
Yeah. A jar of it, a 16-ounce jar of it at Sprouts is $40.
I heard it was expensive.
That's crazy.
So you got sea moss and then you got seaweed.
You just smoke that other stuff.
Is that why my mom buys it? Oh.
All right. So what's the next question we got?
All right. This one is from Marie. See, I want to ask both of you, if you could have any questions or big mysteries solved, explained to you, what would it be? See, me personally, I like to finally see the bodies of aliens.
Yeah, I would like to know if we are alone in the universe. Is the Earth truly flat? Is it round? Or is it shaped like a hot dog? No, but seriously, aliens, are we alone in the universe? Who is our creator? Who created us? And if it was an all-powerful being, who created that being? And then who created that one? And then who created that one? That's what I would like to know.
So pretty much, what came first, the egg or the chicken? But this will be, which came first, the creator or the other creator?
Yeah, that's what I would like to know.
First? Perverts. One big mystery that I would actually like solved is what is at the bottom of the ocean?
Dirt, sand,
I mean, dirt,
crabs.
sand, crabs, sea creatures that we haven't seen in a long time.
Tomatoya. Or what is that fucking crab on Maui?
Oh, gosh.
The fucking Tamatoa.
More.
I think it's Tamatoa. I like
Tamatoa.
Tamatoa.
I'm shiny.
I'm shiny. That's a good movie.
That's a good song right there, too.
By the way, I watched the original 1979 or whatever Willy Wonka last night. I've seen it easily over 100 times. Great movie. Such a great movie. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would like to know what's at the bottom of the ocean. What's like in the deeper parts of it. Because, I mean, we haven't explored all of that yet. And people ask, why are we exploring space when we should be exploring the rest of the Earth? Maybe there's something down there that we don't want to find.
Maybe.
A megalodon still.
Aliens.
I think they still exist.
All right, next question.
All right. This is from Travis Metcalf. Hey guys, Travis from Asheville, North Carolina here. I'm a huge fan of y'all, and I've always wondered, what is Dan and Aaron's dream car and why?
So what is your dream car, Dan?
1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Well, 6970 Mach 1.
Nice.
Yep. I like those old muscle cars. And I've always been a fan of Mustangs because my mom had I believe it was like a 1968 or 69 Ford Mustang. Not a fastback or a Mach 1. It was just the normal style body. It had a red body, then a black top, but the black top was like it wasn't smooth. It almost like crocodile skin or something like that. It was like textured.
It's like something a pimp would drive.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that thing had no power steering, and a little Asian woman driving that thing.
Sick.
She was a boss in it.
Sick.
But that thing sounded nice, and I liked it. And ever since then, I always liked Mustangs, and I ended up getting that 2006 Mustang of mine that's sitting there, needs to be repaired. But dream car, 1969 to 70 Mustang Mach 1. Color, dark gray. Kind of like the Eleanor, but not all of that style.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I like dark gray.
I'd go with the 1983 Toyota pickup truck SR5. It would be white with the gray and off gray decals on the top of the hood and on the side. It would have a chrome roll bar with KC lights with the yellow covers on them. It would have a brown leather interior. It would also have mud flaps on the front and the back, be slightly lifted with 33-inch tires. It would also have a front all black bumper and a all black back bumper, and brown steering wheel. Basically, the entire interior would be brown, like the leather brown color.
Ooh.
That's what I'd go with. That's my dream vehicle.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had that vehicle before, or someone did.
I did not have the vehicle. Someone had it.
Someone had it.
And then they decided to run it up on an overpass thing. And then after they ran it up on the overpass, it sat there for a little while. And then an individual decided to put rocks in the oil. They opened up the oil thing, put rocks in the engine. And then the vehicle was traded off or sold to an individual. And then that individual ended up trading it off for a golf cart. And then it sat there in North Texas for years until I was able to track it down. And I called the individual and he had it still. And he was in the process of like restoring it because it had rust damage pretty bad.
Mm.
And he was like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. And then he told me a ridiculous fucking price. And I was like, no, I'm good. And then I haven't found it since.
When someone finds out that you want something they have, they drive the price up.
Yep.
Oh, because I mean, my Mustang, only reasons why it's sitting there needing to be repaired, which I didn't know that was it 2005 to 2012 series of the Mustang had a weird ass fault to where if the drainage by the windshield, if it gets a little clogged up, it starts to like overflow, and it overflows into the cabin air filters, then into the inside of the Mustang. So it floods the passenger side, and I didn't know that was going on. I would always like see the carpet just a tad bit wet, and I'm thinking maybe it's like my windshield or like the door seal wasn't that good. And it ended up like frying some of the electrical. So it was not safe to drive on the road anymore.
Mm.
So it's been covered and been waiting to fix it because you have to like buy a part that's specifically for that like model and like the model number of it. And then you have to have it programmed and all that at the dealership.
You figured that'd be a recall.
You figure that would be. And the easy fix. And I've asked, I've talked to people at the dealership and a friend that works at the dealership, and they're like, oh yeah, the easy fix is to that little drain plug, because it's a little rubber piece in the little drain and it like has a hose that runs down to divert the water.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, just cut that short and so it doesn't clog as easy, or just take it out. And it's like,
okay.
You figure there would have been an easier way. Well, that's pretty easy, but a better way of doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna get that fixed sooner or later.
Speaking of getting your vehicle fixed, my truck was finally fixed a few weeks ago.
Surprisingly, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be until like April. They had my truck for over 4 months because the warranty covered the water pump or some shit in it. My truck was overheating. The water pump went out in it, and they didn't have a water pump in the entire fucking United States for my truck. And the warranty covered it, so my truck just sat there at the dealership waiting for a water pump to come in. And it took them 4 months. But every month, they would get me a brand new truck to drive around. And I had a brand new truck every month until my truck was returned, which I preferred my truck because I'm so used to it. So,
I mean, the first truck they let you use, that thing was fancy.
Yeah, that was a Texas edition Silverado. Had all the bells and whistles.
They were definitely trying to sell it to them.
It was. They were. Yeah.
You couldn't even like set up some of the stuff because like, oh, you set it up, then we can't sell it.
Yeah. All right. So is that 2 questions or 1? What was the question before the vehicle?
Big mystery explained. So this, and then, well, we can just answer this next part of the question. Also, do y'all have any hobbies on the side?
Yeah. Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering.
I like to work out. I like to get tattoos.
He does like to get
I don't know if that's a hobby or not.
Some people do, because they get it because they like them.
All right.
I do like working on vehicles. I just don't have the space to do it and anything to really work on right now here. Because, I mean, growing up most of my life is what I did was help my dad. And then after when he couldn't do it, I would end up fixing vehicles. I know Aaron's heard me bitch so much about fixing vans. Always complained about it. But, I mean, I did like playing disc golf, which we have like a disc golf park right by us, but there's so many people there all the time, which is surprising.
And the police are there quite a bit too, because some girl got like sexually assaulted there or some shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. Some freaks are out here in Austin. They got the killer, the serial killer. They got the sexual assaulter. They got somebody that's going down to, forget where it's at, but there's this area in Austin where you park your vehicle and then go for a hike. Smashes out everybody's windows every day, and the police do nothing about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, won't be parking to go on hike anywhere around there.
Yeah, but hobbies, I would like to get into MotoGP, like street bike racing on a track, but that requires funds and time, which I don't have either.
Yeah.
It's just a dream. Isle of Man TT is where I want to die.
You know what I would actually like to get into, and we've looked into it? Those little RC car racing.
Oh, that's pretty cool, yeah.
We went, there's a shop, 5-10 minutes down the road. We went and just like watched people and like looked at stuff. A little more expensive than I'd like, but looked fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get just like even like a starter one, just to see how fast it can go and see how fast Coda can go. Because I know Coda would chase it.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he can catch it.
I don't know. He's fast.
He is pretty fast.
Fast asleep.
Fast asleep.
All right.
All right. Roll the dice.
Roll for food. 0. We're going with the safe catch, skinless and boneless wild mackerel with olive oil. Is that a good ASMR voice? Every catch is mercury tested, protecting you and our oceans. We mercury test every catch to a limit of 0.15 ppm.
So, growing up, I never ate any seafood.
You'll definitely want a cracker for this.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah. You put it on a cracker, it's not that bad.
All right, yeah. I just recently started eating like shrimp and some fish like 2 years ago, 2.5. Oh.
I don't know if I can show this without the olive oil leaking out.
Go ahead, run up to the camera.
But it's like a fucking, it's a giant fillet.
Ugh.
It's just.
Ugh, brother, what's that? Oh, God.
It's wild mackerel, so it's skinless, boneless with olive oil. It's definitely going to have a fishy type taste. I can even smell the fishy type.
Ugh.
Boy, this is going to be a delicacy. Look at that. Oh, God. That is a lot. I don't know why I put so much. How much are you putting on? Oh, I can't.
All right, tell you, I don't like the smell. Even Coda woke up whining. He doesn't like the smell. Actually, he probably likes the smell. Oh, he's having the...
You know, it does have the fishy taste, but it's not as fishy as I thought it was going to be. It's more of like, it's not ocean fishy, it's like river fishy. And it makes sense. So you catch the mackerel about like less than a mile off the shore, and you take them up to the inlet to where the river and the ocean meet. And this is what I used to do. And then I'd use them to catch stripers. But good God, Miss Molly. I really hope nothing else is as fishy as this. How you doing over there? You good?
Don't like it. Do not like it.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, huh?
I'm not a fan of mackerel.
That's very fishy. All right. What's our next question, Dan?
Definitely did not like that.
Sardines are going to be worse.
Ugh.
I'm scared for the goat cheese.
I'm still trying to remember what that cheese was at HEB that I picked up, and I had to go to the bathroom to wash my hands because it smelled so bad.
I don't know.
But it leaked. It oozed.
Whew.
All right. Oh,
man. I still got the fishy taste in my mouth.
Yeah, it's not going away. All right. So this next question is from Floyd Baldwin Jr. This first question is to you, Aaron.
Okay.
Between the two, which WWE star has the more banging Titantron intro song? Dude Love for Dude Love or Common Man Boogie for Dusty Rhodes?
Common Man Boogie, Dusty Rhodes, hands down. I mean, it was a great entrance song, and it went over the crowd, and you knew who was coming out. You know, not saying that you didn't know with Dude Loves, but that one just bangs, it slaps.
If I didn't know wrestling, well, I don't know wrestling that much, but between those two songs, I would have picked Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's more too much
disco-y.
I mean, I didn't mind disco too much, but wasn't fast enough for WWE for me.
Yeah, the tempo.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, since reading The Alchemist by the guy, have you been on the lookout for signs in your life?
For your personal treasure?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give us some philosophy, yo. Oh.
First, we got to explain the book. The Alchemist. Alchemist is a great book. Everybody should read it. It's about a boy who goes on a journey, and his journey is pretty much finding out his personal, it's called personal treasure, I think, right?
Personal treasure. It's been a while since I read it. It's almost like I need to go back and read it again now that you asked that. I'm going to have to go back and read it again, considering I don't remember parts of it now. That Alchemist, see.
By the way, we didn't rate the mackerel. I rated a 15. 1 out of 100, I rated a 15.
I give it what number that it was on.
0.
0. All right, so The Alchemist is the story follows the shepherd boy Santiago in his journey across North Africa to the Egyptian pyramids after he dreams of finding treasure there. I think it is like his personal treasure that he goes on a journey to find.
And he finds signs along the way. And the listener asked, have we found or seen any signs along our way? Yeah, absolutely. I have, I'm going to sound crazy, but I 1000% believe this. My future self guides me. He I don't hear him. I'm not schizophrenic. I feel like, about certain things. Like the podcast, for an example, it was like a bug that was in my mind and something was pulling me towards it before I even started it in like 2017 and 18. I was driving to work and it was all I thought about. Something was telling me in my mind, I couldn't physically hear it, but it was like a feeling like you have to pursue this. You have to pursue it. You have to pursue it. And I feel the same thing with like other things in life. Like, there would be times where I would feel a certain way about something. And it was more like cherish this moment because it's going to be gone. And I didn't know why. I'm like, why would it be gone? You know, it's going to be here forever. And yeah, the moment was gone. And now I know why. My future self was kind of like, so yeah, I do think there are signs and things that kind of like guide you along the way. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I do agree that there are signs that show you the way and everything like that. Have I seen any signs? I would say yes, but not in a general sense of like it was a really big sign or anything. It's just like little things here and there that would make me like stop and like, like, is that the way I need to go? Is this what I need to do?
For what, like in life or just in?
Mostly for life. There have been some for the podcast on like what I can do better. Like I'll see something and I'll be like, hey, that's kind of cool. And then it starts making me think about my own self on the podcast, what I could do to improve it. But mostly just signs on life. I don't know. It's just more so as I go on, I guess I see signs that make me think, like you said, like cherish the things that you have now. They don't always last forever. And it's just like, those are like one of the things that'll hit you hard. Not at that moment though.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see it, and then later on it comes back to you, just like, oh.
Mine wasn't so much of like cherish. It was more like a worry. Like it was like
Mhm.
anxiety. Something was giving me anxiety, and I told the person, I said, why do I have anxiety over this situation that will never occur? We've talked about this future together, and then I have this anxiety of it ending. It doesn't make sense. Why would I have this anxiety? And they were like, I don't know. And then it ended. And I can only contribute that to, something, my future self sending signals back saying, cherish it now because it'll
Okay.
end. Same thing with like other things in life. Like, hey, something weird's going to happen this weekend. You start getting anxiety over it. It's like intuition. Like, I think this is going to happen. And it does. I don't know. It's weird.
Intuition's a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like, do you believe it or do you not? Most of the time, you should probably believe your own intuition.
Believe you go with your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right. What other questions we got?
So I need to go back and read The Alchemist again. There's another one I think I need to read. I think it's like called The Prophet. It's supposed to be a really good book. Let's see. This one's from Taylor Lauder.
Taylor Lautner?
Lauder.
Oh.
The weirdest dream you can remember that you've had.
Okay. I know mine automatically.
I mean, I've written mine down and I told you about it. It's the alien one.
Yeah. That one should be kept sealed shut and you should write a book over that. Just saying. That one's such a good dream. I had a dream one time that I was at an old church that my grandfather was a deacon at. And I was standing up at the pew looking down at the church. It was empty, but there was blood everywhere. And a big snout, like a horse snout or like something of a snout of an animal was right here breathing into my ear. And I knew for some reason it was Baphomet. I was like, what do you want? It was like, your soul. And I woke up in like a fucking full on panic. And I had to fly out to Boston the next day. So it was like 2 a.m. and I had to get up at 4 anyway. So I just turned on the TV and stayed up till 4 till I had to get up. Fuck that. I didn't go back to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a weird one.
I've had a lot of weird dreams. Last night I had a dream that I was on a boat sailing.
Boats and O's?
No, just a boat sailing with one other individual. And we were on a large body of water and it was dark. It was nighttime. And we had a radio on and the radio had like a interruption broadcast. And it said that there were 2 asteroids heading to Earth. One would burn up in the atmosphere and the other one would hit and they do not know where. And right after that announcement, the radio went silent. I looked up in the sky and I saw one asteroid burn up. I was like, it must be the one that burned up. And I looked ahead and then I heard something behind me hit. And I turn around and I see like this giant fucking asteroid. Boom, hit behind the boat. And I turn around this way and I look. It's almost like a mushroom cloud went up. And then it turned into a giant tidal wave and it started coming towards the boat. And I'm like, fucking punch it. We gotta go. And the boat had its little outboard, put it down. And it was dark and there was these giant waves. I'm like, this is the fucking end of it. This is how I die. Damn. I woke up. That was last night. I have dreams like that constantly. Ever since I had that purple lotus leaf extract and the tea or whatever that I made that the Egyptians used to do to help induce dreams. I've been fucking having dreams like crazy. But yeah.
The weirdest dream I had, and I've had it multiple times, but this was when I was little. I haven't had it since. I would be at the house I grew up in. Me and my brother would be outside playing. And to try to describe our house, we had a brick house. It was like a grayish red brick. Like, I guess it was kind of painted. Red shutters, red door. And then our front yard, we lived on a half acre. Most of it was the backyard. Front of it, decent sized area. We had a tree directly beside the house in front of it. Then across from that, our sidewalk, we had a small apple tree that barely grew any apples. It was like dying, but every now and then it'll like have some apples. And then You go to the other side of the yard. We had our bigger apple tree, actually 2 of them. And then in between the apple trees, we actually had a play set. Now, looking at our house, we had 5 windows on the front. And then the last 2 windows on the right, one was my oldest brother's bedroom. And then the one on the far right at the end was my brother and my room. So I had 2 brothers. On the very end, of course, you have the gutters and then the gutter pipe that comes down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my brother and I would be outside playing, running around the trees, doing what normal kids do. And all of a sudden, it would get dark. Not like a pitch black dark, but like the sun setting, kind of red sky. And then all of a sudden, at the bottom of that gutter pipe, it was like the gutter pipe kind of like moved up, and then a little hidden door about, I don't know, about the size of my laptop here, up here in width, height. And all
So
of a
about
sudden,
like 12 inches high and about 10 inches wide, or 14 inches wide and 12 inches tall.
I'd say about 2 feet high, feet wide.
How many feet wide?
A foot.
Okay.
And it would just be pitch black inside of that, because I'm thinking, okay, it's opening up to underneath the house. And then all I would see would be 2 red eyes. And you would hear like a loud growl.
Hmm.
And of course, being kids, kind of being naive, what is that? We would get close to it. Then all of a sudden, like we heard I would hear a large noise, and then I'd wake up. Never found out what it was. And I had that dream multiple times, which is very weird.
That is.
So I don't know. That could have been like the start of my fear of werewolves, maybe.
Okay.
I do not like werewolves or wolves of that size.
He doesn't like big old dogs.
Because, I mean, then later on, I had that incident when I was driving with that fucking werewolf.
Yeah.
That thing scared me.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that's a weird dream I had a lot when I was younger. What it would have meant.
So is that 2 questions? We get to try something again?
That was 1.
That will count it as 2.
Yeah, that was 2.
That was 2 questions. And that is 9. And that is 0. And that is 1. Yay, sardines!
Oh, the other fish.
Boy, this is going to be very good. Bella, sardines and smoked virgin olive oil with smoke flavor.
Wait, are they boneless?
Of Portugal. I don't know if they are. We're going to eat some bones. Sardines and extra with smoke flavor. Ingredients, sardines.
Ingredients. Sardines.
Natural smoke. Organic virgin olive oil. Distributed by a place in Massachusetts. Best before. Oh, it was like 2028. Jesus Christ.
Damn, that's a good while.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well. Yay, I cannot wait. Oh boy. This is a big fillet. It's like half a fillet. Not as fishy, but it is going to have bones. You'll need a cracker. You already got 3, I see. Okay. So, it's got the skin on it. Ooh, I felt the bone. Oh boy.
In sardines, you can eat the bones because of,
oh boy.
like, they're softish.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, what a delicacy. I've had this plenty of times. This is great. Here you go, Dan. Enjoy. Look at it. You can see its skin. Oh boy. Oh, that smells great. That smells really good. Whew.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is so good. Can do it. Can't do it. Can't do that. Can't do it.
Whoever likes sardines, fuck you.
That's fucked up. Whoever likes that is fucked up. That
Fucked
was
up.
worse than the mackerel. At least I could eat the mackerel.
I forced that down.
I couldn't. I started gagging. I couldn't. When I start gagging, nope, that's it.
Never stopped you before. Oh, God, that was terrible.
Okay.
I can only do canned tuna, and I don't even count that as fish. And albacore tuna.
All right, let's go to the next question.
That's going to linger.
That's a 0. That was bad.
That's a negative. All right, this is from Susan Cox. I know this is a really personal question, but Aaron, you alluded to having a personal connection to the Branch Davidian complex in Waco Siege.
Compound. I bet she meant compound.
Compound. Could we hear more about that someday if you're willing to share? And then your episode on the Waco Siege was the most thorough coverage I've encountered. That was a complete travesty for which our government should be embarrassed. So yeah.
Yes, I do have a personal connection with the Waco Siege, aka David Koresh, Branch Davidian compound. Originally Seventh-day Adventist. And Vernon Howe, originally. No, I'm sorry, I can't tell you how I have that personal connection with it. Maybe when the podcast ends, but not anytime soon. So yeah, you'll just have to wait until I write a book.
There you go.
Is there another part of the question? It's just a statement that it was a travesty. Yeah, it was. And I hate how everybody covers it wrong. Yeah, there's a lot more to it than a lot of people realize. They just take the government side. I'm not going to get into my whole rant about it because that would take up an entire episode. But yeah, thank you for your question.
All right. So the next question is from Drew Camp. This one's a multiple question one. So we'll answer these and then.
We'll answer one and then we'll take a thing and then we'll answer 2 more.
All right. All right. From Drew. Hey, boys. First, I want to ask you both what your favorite wrestling event you have watched together. That's the first part. We watched
I know we watched Royal Rumbles together.
Royal Rumble.
WrestleMania?
I think we watched WrestleMania.
WrestleMania was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'd say WrestleMania.
Yeah. All right. Aaron, what is your favorite all-time wrestling angle ever and how's the training going?
My favorite angle, which is a storyline. There's a lot. I would say here recently, the whole Cody Rhodes storyline was very good.
I do like the Cody Rhodes storyline.
Him losing at that one WrestleMania and then coming back and The Rock coming back and then all the other people coming in and helping, which we kind of predicted that was going to happen. And then him winning it.
Yeah.
That was good. Training, unfortunately, has stopped. Not sure if it's going to get picked back up. Yeah, that's as far as I'll go. But I'm still working out and stuff, so we'll see.
And Daniel, I was wondering what your biggest auto repair job you ever completed was. I want the stories about the pain in the ass jobs you did, and what you would like to restore if you had the budget for a cool classic car restore. The biggest pain in the ass one, I want to say I've talked about it, was my dad's, what was it? Chevy. God, what type of van was it? So I gotta say, we've had multiple vans like that we've got went through. I can name, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different vans.
Wow.
And they end up all having it's kind of the sort of the same issue. But the most pain in the ass one was not this one latest one that my mom still has that she drives. But the one before that, which was a 2001 Chevy Grand Caravan. And we end up having to replace the radiator, pretty much, other than the engine itself, I had to replace most of that. It was like the coolant, the freaking, I forgot what that piece was called in the very back. I had to like cut some of the insulation off just to actually access it, to get to it. But the radiator wasn't that big of a hassle, but getting to it sucked. Fixing the coolant system in it was a pain in the ass. But if anything, that was probably the worst one I had. I mean, the most easiest ones are like brake jobs. Except on the Mustang where I had to buy that special toolkit for it. Which is so dumb that they started doing that for like a lot of vehicles. To compress the caliper, you have to have like a special tool or something like that now. Which the older vehicles, you just needed like a C-clamp and like a piece of wood to clamp it and then compress it. But that, I didn't really mess with those old brakes where they had all the springs and stuff, which I'm glad I never did. But yeah, I would say the radiator, pretty much like the whole, everything in the engine bay of the friggin' Chevy, which made me hate vans. Like it took me weeks to finish that one because we had to like get the parts and then wait for it and everything like that. And I told my dad, it's like, hey, let's just take it down to the dead end there, light it on fire, say there was an accident. It caught fire.
Insurance fraud.
Yep.
Dan was kidding though.
Nope.
He does not do insurance fraud.
Nope, I was not kidding. I was dead serious. Did we do that? No.
No. Okay. Good.
No.
Oof.
Would I wanted to? Yes. Definitely after working on that thing. That's why I'm not a fan of Chevy vehicles. It's because I having to work on those.
Mm.
That's the only reason. Fords, I've had an easier time working on. That's why I like Fords.
Nice.
And then for a classic car to restore, I would love to get a Mustang. Honestly, I'm thinking about restoring the 2006 Mustang I have and engine swapping it and turning it into like a sleeper. And I thought about it. It's probably not manly, but I might not get a like manual transmission. Might stick with automatic. Just get paddle shifters.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't mind manuals, but I mean, I only driven one and wasn't that good at it.
Yeah. Well, takes some getting used to. All right, roll. Or does he have any more?
One last part.
Okay.
I was wondering what advice you can give to an aspiring podcaster.
Don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. Man, there's a lot of advice I would give you.
Yeah.
Consistency would be the main thing. Consistency, consistently putting out episodes, quality over quantity, and the average podcast puts out, I think like something like 7 episodes before giving up. And it's like something like 90% of podcasts put out 7 episodes and then give up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just about consistency. As long as you keep putting out good quality episodes that are well researched, you don't slack on them, you'll get noticed.
I mean, it took a while for the podcast to really pop off. What, a couple months? Not a couple months, but...
What? No, like over a year.
Well, so like after the Epstein thing.
Even the Epstein thing, it was still like a slow...
Yeah, but like people started, interacting more listeners started to go. It's like, it does take a while to actually build up that listener base, and you just can't be discouraged when you first start.
Yeah, because when you first start, you may get 10 listeners, maybe. And it's going to consistently be like that. So,
and you'll probably get a shit ton of negative comments.
I mean, you're going to consistently get negative comments because you're consistently going to have haters and people that are going to go against things you want to do in life.
Exactly.
It's just about just not paying attention and just doing it anyways.
There's always positive comments that outnumber the negative, but you will always see the negative first, and that's...
I used to connect my self-worth to those comments. Or, well, not to the comments, but to how well the episode did each week. I had to learn how to disconnect myself from that. I don't even read the negative comments now, so whatever.
I read some of them, and I'm just like, Okay. I mean,
I don't even-
it is
Yeah,
what it
I mean,
is.
I like the comments that tell me what they think is wrong or tell me what they don't like and then tell me how to fix it or what
Yeah.
could be a fix rather than you suck. That does no good for either party. If it's like, hey, you guys are sucking more lately, your quality's gone down, maybe you should consider XYZ. I would take that into consideration.
Yeah. Criticism.
Yeah, constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
But speaking of that, thank you for that. Now we're going to roll.
And criticize cheese.
Vampire cheese.
Every time I see that, I see Facebook.
I do too. We have Face Rock Creamery Vampire Slayer Garlic Cheddar Cheese. You know, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one.
And I don't know if y'all can see, popping up to the dual cam, you can see Coda just staring at Aaron when he opens this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had to give him 2 crackers so far. And ooh. This is going to be like a crumble?
Okay, there you go.
Let me,
All right.
Let me decontaminate.
Holy shit, that's got a ton of garlic on it. No wonder it's called the Vampire Slayer. Oh my god. Lots of garlic. Let's do the test.
Jeez.
The Wisconsin cheese I prefer. This is too garlicky.
I think that would be good. And say you take like some pasta noodles, cook them. Then after you cook them, throw them into a fry pan. Throw in like some meat. Throw in some of this cheese. Have it melt into the pasta and meat. Then eat it because you really don't have to season it after that.
You won't. Holy shit.
I mean, I like it. Eating it by itself like this, no.
Yeah.
Even with a cracker, it's like a lot of garlic.
Good with pasta, I agree.
I think it'd be great with pasta.
But on itself, I'd have 1 out of 100. I'd give it 52.
I give it a 75.
Okay.
I might not have had a lot of garlic in the one I just had. The piece I had.
I had a whole fucking
clove
inside mine.
I mean,
Not
just
bad.
the smell. You don't really.
You
You can smell the garlic, but you don't really smell a lot of it. But it's
until
like,
you bite into it and it's like, oh my God.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. All right. So what's the next question we got?
This is from Matthew. What are your guys' opinions on the Universes Beyond sets? I love the Assassin's Creed set, and I'm really excited for the Final Fantasy set. So MTG question.
Magic the Gathering question.
The Universe Beyond sets.
I wasn't a fan of the Assassin's Creed set, but the other ones, I mean, I kind of liked. We just recently got back into MTG, so we really haven't dipped our feet too far into the Universes Beyond. But I think they're great. Excuse me.
I kind of like the Assassin's Creed one, just because I like the Assassin's Creed games.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't actually got to play with the Assassin's Creed cards much. Yeah, I only bought a couple of the Assassin's Creed bundles. Well, the only one bundle box for that, just because it was Assassin's Creed. Because the packs, it's like the single packs were more expensive than just the normal ones. They're like, what, $8 a pop?
Yeah. I'd rather spend the extra few bucks and get a Modern Horizons 3-pack.
Yeah. Now, am I excited for the Final Fantasy one? Yes, actually. I love Final Fantasy games. And I did buy a couple of the Final Fantasy card packs, but I'm surprised that they're actually doing a collab with MTG with it. So yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in Final Fantasy because it has, I forgot which set comes out next, and then it'll be like the Final Fantasy, right?
I meant to look that up the other day because I can't remember what set comes out next.
Yeah, I don't think is it the racing one? 2025 schedule. Oh, Innistrad Remastered. Then Aether Drift. Then Tarkir Dragonstorm. Oh, Final Fantasy is not till June.
Ooh.
So Aether Drift is the racing one that I saw.
Mm.
But yeah, so Innistrad Remastered comes out January 24th. And it contains reprints of cards from all 7 sets taking place on the Gothic horror plane of Innistrad. Expect to see all your favorite vampires, zombies, ghosts, and werewolves in one place doing the Monster Mash.
Nice.
I mean, that'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I didn't get to play Innistrad too much.
Ooh, I'm getting whiffs of those sardines. Sorry.
Now, Aether Drift looks cool.
Yeah.
but the Final Fantasy June 13th, that one, like, you did like the Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah, I did.
One ring to rule them all. That's actually kind of fun to use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a fun mechanic.
So yeah, that was that question. See, so our last question that we have.
Hold on, let's roll one because we got 3 things. We'll roll one, eat, last question, roll, and eat whatever else is left.
All right.
All right, so we're going to roll 6. Oh, yum.
Oh, is that the goat or the
goat cheese? So we have the cranberry cinnamon goat cheese, sweet, creamy, spiced. And this expired the day after Christmas.
So it is
Extra
at its peak. Oh, I don't know.
Look at that texture. Looks like ice cream. And it smells like baby wipes. Yum.
Oh, God.
This is going to be great, dude. I've had this plenty of times before. It's so good. I just convinced myself. I haven't had it. I just lie to myself and say it's good. God, it's like, oh man, this is going to be like something heavenly.
Why does it smell like baby wipes?
Give me that.
Uh-oh. Is it good? I mean, I know you like cranberry sauce.
Oh, cranberries.
Oh, cranberries.
Yo, this is pretty good. Yo, that's really good. Hey, I may have found a regular.
That's a cranberry cinnamon?
Cranberry cinnamon. This shit is good. Cranberry cinnamon goat cheese. Hey, it was the one I was the most scared of. And now look, lathering it on a cracker. And I was lying earlier. I've never tried it. I was just psyching myself out. Maybe I convinced myself. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, whoever made this cranberry goat cheese, who made it? LaClaire, LaCroix, LeClaire. Dan's gonna suck your dick.
Sweet, creamy, and spiced. Dan's gonna take that home with him.
Yo, that's good. 100 out of 100. Tossing it out now. 100 out of 100. That's so good. That is so good.
I'll give it a 90.
Cranberry cinnamon goat cheese.
I don't like the initial like spice because
I do.
It almost goes to make me think like it's sour.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden it just gets like really sweet.
Sweet and spicy.
I mean, I give it a 90. That's not, I can eat it. I wouldn't be like, ugh.
I could put that shit on every fucking thing. I could put it on a bagel. I could put it on a fucking toast. I could eat it with a spoon. I could eat it with a fork.
It is creamy, just like friggin' cream cheese. Mm-hmm. And the cranberry and cinnamon, it works together on it.
Oh, God, it's so good. All right. 10
out
of 10 for that one. Let's go to the last question, and then we'll finish off. We're not going to eat both of these smoked oysters. We're going to pick one. We're going to roll for one, and then we'll eat the spicy beef stick.
All right, so our last question is, will you guys have any more Ted Kaczynski t-shirts for sale? Because I don't see them on the website anymore. But if you do, would you make some in pink?
We could make some in pink, but as of right now, all of our merchandise stuff has been put on pause due to back orders and due to availability of merchandise. So, yeah. But when we do get the merchandise up and going again, we can do a Ted Kaczynski pink shirt run.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. We can make a couple more colors.
Yeah,
available.
All right.
But that's pretty much our last
AMA,
because the rest of it's not really questions,
just statements,
and
all right.
Some of them were like double posted.
Okay, well, we're gonna roll to see which smoked oyster we get. Do we get Napoleon at 2? Do we get Sprouts at 3? Or do we get a spicy beef stick at 7? 2, 3, or 7? 8. 3. Sprouts. Some hand-packed smoked oysters. God. And Napoleon gets put up there. Napoleon goes for next time. And then we have the spicy beef stick for later or for after this.
What else have we had from Sprouts? So this is Sprouts Market, so that was pretty good. So that's pretty much the only thing we've had from Sprouts. I fucking despise oysters and clams. I don't like the texture of them. They're too chewy for me. Oh, and
I can't do it, dog.
And it here. Oh gosh.
How are you able to?
I'll do it for you guys. I fucking hate. Oh
God, it smells so bad, and they're brown. Ugh. I'll eat the beef stick then.
You better save some of that beef stick.
I can't. I'm gonna give that a 0. I'm not trying it. I can't. I'll throw up, and I don't want to throw up. Spicy beef stick. I can do that. Show the camera. Dan, if you eat this, oh my God. Do it. What does it taste like? Give us an evaluation of the texture. Beef just fell out of my mouth. Is it good? Is it tasty? Imagine it just swimming around in the sea. Did you even chew it?
I did.
Good job. Here's a beef stick.
It was fucking mushy.
Ooh, yummy. Did it taste like the ocean?
Yes.
Even better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I give the oysters a 0. Dan, what do you give them? A 0. I give the beef stick a 67 as well. Goat cheese takes first place. And that's the end of our AMA and food tasting. We hope to see you again soon. If you like this AMA and food tasting, or you just want to see more of us tasting weird foods, we would be up to traveling around Austin and trying different food spots if you want us to, and asking people questions about what they believe in, conspiracy-wise. We've tossed that idea around. And those fucking oysters stink. I can smell them from over here. With that being said, I want to thank you for joining us today, and thank you for all your love and support. Without you, we could not be here. So that being said, Dan, you want to roll us out?
Sure will. It's okay to be out of this world with your thoughts.
Because you are not alone.
Fuck oysters. Fuck sardines.
Ooh.
Fuck mackerel.
I'm going to stick my penis in this goat cheese.